found him during the spring floods. He was crying in the mud, completely exhausted, his voice already hoarse. He must have been separated from his mother when the river rose overnight. A baby river otter this size is totally dependent on its mom for warmth and food. He was severely dehydrated, hypothermic, and incredibly vocal. He wouldn't stop calling for help that wasn't coming. I named him Finley. The first few weeks were a grueling 24-hour job. Otters have incredibly fast metabolisms. Finley needed to be bottle-fed a specialized formula every 3 hours, day and night. If I missed a feeding, his blood sugar would crash. He was a fighter. He gained weight rapidly. But as he got stronger and those dark little eyes fully brightened up, I realized we had a massive problem developing. Finley loves me. Too much. In fact, he thinks I'm his mother. While that looks adorable on camera, it's actually dangerous for a wild animal. If I released him now, he wouldn't know how to interact with other otters. Then a miracle happened. Another wildlife center, 4 hours away, had just admitted a female pup, almost the exact same age and size as Finley. Now came the scary part. Neither of them has seen another otter since they were tiny babies. Tilly was scared. Finley was confused. It took less than 2 minutes. The sniffing turned into frantic grooming. In the otter world, mutual grooming is the ultimate sign of trust. They were inseparable from that moment on. Watching them wrestle was a huge relief. They were finally speaking a language I couldn't understand. They were teaching each other limits, fight pressure, and socialization. Finley wasn't a lonely human pet anymore. Now for the biggest hurdle. Most people think otters are born knowing how to swim. They aren't. In the wild, their moms actually have to drag them into the water, kicking and screaming. Baby otters are terrified of water at first. Their baby fur is so dense, it traps air, making them bob around like corks. They can't dive if they try. It was messy, it was chaotic, and they hated being wet at first. But they were swimming. Hunger is a great teacher. Within a week, they were diving, cornering fish, and crunching them down on the rocks just like wild adults. But the most important thing they learned wasn't hunting. It was reliance. Otters often hold pause when sleeping so they don't drift apart in the current. These two had formed a bond that would ensure they stayed together in the wild. 6 months of work came down to this moment. We drove them miles into a protected reserve, far away from humans and dogs. I was worried they wouldn't want to leave the security of the crates, but I shouldn't have been. They didn't look back at me, not even once. And honestly, that's the best possible outcome.
Finley and Tilly have a second chance at life, but more importantly, they had each other to navigate it with. It's tough to say goodbye, but seeing them wild and free, that's the best feeling in the world.